no ewo Techiman North ewo Bono East Mountain mo manfo mo ho no sase wo mo ede wo nsa to mo nsa yam esra ban se enema bebre wo ho no ma wo mo hienti aban emeye wo mo emwa wei ene nsem kaye ka ho na semfo aboabo na obosomfo abena chei boache mede ba bedan wo se premo kase afi kase no enchiremu His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Sabri wakwako henye mu se eba no ebibirem ha se ya enieme bia ankoye a yekun anase yedi tia eye ebibifo eba no eye atentenene a ibuti a wo mo na Sabri ho abehia pa se yebenya eye atentenene sa atenchi a yebudi hye ebibimfo manfo ekon nyina no Sabri benya enidi esefata eba no eye wiase afa na nyina yebo din se wo yebibini a enidi esefata bi de bema wo eba na tentenene so a wo benya Omampanyini edi semi tuja abra okopie mu ewo 7th African Union Mid-Year Coordination in Shiemu ekoso eye AU Regional Economic Communities no ekoso Malabo ewo Equatorial Guinea ho eno de semi tuja.
I also observe with satisfaction the approval by member states of the terms of reference of the African Union Committee of Experts on Reparations and the terms of reference of the African Union Reference Group of legal experts on reparations. The establishment of these experts and legal frameworks should guide this noble journey, and we call upon all nations within and beyond Africa to partner with us in shaping a more just and equitable world for the sons and daughters of the African motherland. Excellencies, Africa's call for reparative justice is no longer a whisper. It is a unified demand grounded in historical truth, moral clarity, and our unwavering commitment to dignity. As we implement the 2025 theme of the year on justice for Africans and people of African descent through reparations, we reaffirm our shared resolve to correct the historical wrongs and injustices through restitution, healing, and holistic systemic transformation. We cannot speak of development without identity or speak of unity without acknowledging the erasure that has fractured our heritage. The great Pan-Africanist Marcus Garvey once said, and I quote, "A people without the knowledge of their past history, their origin and culture is like a tree without roots." Restitution to the African, therefore, is restoration of our full dignity. It is to speak of history on African terms, of healing deep civilizational wounds, and of restoring to African people our rightful agency in shaping our past, our present, and our future. It is essential for Africa to articulate a unified and compelling narrative for reparations on the global stage. In this regard, we encourage the development of robust partnerships with the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, and advocate for effective execution of the AU CARICOM joint mechanism, as well as the envisaged African CARICOM Summit that is to be held in early September 2025 in Addis Ababa. It is hoped that the side event themed high-level panel on reparations, memory, and sovereignty, common African position, and the restoration of heritage resources, which was postponed from being held in the margins of this meeting, will be subsequently convened in the sidelines of the upcoming AU CARICOM Summit to showcase this timely and all-important issue. It is important to highlight that Ghana and Togo will co-sponsor a high-level event on the margins of the United Nations General Assembly in September 2025 to further bolster efforts achieving the justice and the closure which has eluded us for centuries. We invite all of you to fully participate in this event. As we do more to correct historical wrongs, we're reasserting our full humanity, we're reaffirming our sovereignty, we're reigniting the flame of dignity that has always burned within the African soul. You can count on the support of Ghana in this collaborative agenda for the Africa we all want. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yet wakase no so asade ebeya kontebuo ene ehunumu fan emu ebetimi epi ntina abanye kasamafo de ato dwase nyame adoma eye enei enejo 14 July 2025 wo hyase ama wakyerɛkyerɛ abra omo baaye wo makontebuo mu anase de wo mo aye omo de ba beto Ghana fo nyine net omo bebu akonta de akyerɛ de omo de ato so the Government Accountability Series na sa encheche omo so omo create platform a bosumi be nsia atwamu asoye ahodo ni bi omo yi mu asofo no ebeba be kyerɛkyerɛ mu de wo mo aye de omo betimi aye de esi wo mani so a wo mo ye wo mo se na wotwe bia wo mo de nefo miensa na esi ho no edwoada wukuada na yawoda na fiada edwoada wukuada na fiada dubaako pepepe na wache mu na ne Interior Minister Honorable Muntaka Mubarak na ehyasie edesa series atudwa.
Staff of the commission have been working without a scheme of service. Thankfully, this has been finalized to streamline human resource management. The commission has hosted the UN United Nations Organization Drug and Crime planning meeting in Accra and is working towards a joint cross-border strategy against armed trafficking. The National Peace Council has relocated its head office to Roman Ridge from where they were. They were the only island. They were the only person living in the island that gives them so much scare, and when it rains the place gets flooded. Thankfully, in the last 6 months they've been relocated to Roman Ridge, to a more befitting space where it will help them to improve whatever they are doing there. The council has inaugurated the Savannah and Harford Regional Peace Council, which have expanded regional peace architecture and mediation capacity. They have also established local and community peace committees in conflict-prone areas, particularly across the five regions of the north, despite funding challenges. Additionally, the council has also worked tirelessly to resolve 429 conflict cases, including 168 chieftaincy dispute, 105 land-related conflict, and 57 ethnic disputes. The Ghana Refugee Board has registered 1,522 new refugees and asylum seekers, primarily from our neighboring country, Burkina Faso, and maintains an accurate database to strengthen security and humanitarian planning whilst maintaining an updated and accurate database. The Ghana Refugee Board has successfully integrated 500 Ivorian refugees and given them indefinite resident permits in collaboration with the United Nations Commission for Human Rights and the Ghana Immigration Service, whilst promoting durable solution and legal inclusion. The board has launched the Upper West registration campaign, processing an estimated 7,000 Burkinabes who have moved to Ghana for protection and documentation. The Gaming Commission of Ghana has conducted compliance monitoring investigations whilst enforcing operational standard and regulatory compliance. The Commission has expanded their regional presence by securing 4 regional offices in Ho, Aguna Swedro, Sehuwi also, and Asante Bekwai, deepening regulatory oversight and bringing service closer to gaming operators and stakeholders. The Commission also conducted 67 routine monitoring exercises, reviewed CCTV footage, and verified 8 inventories. In that regard, 2 illegal casinos have been clamped down in Osu and Tema. They have been imposed with administrative penalties to ensure compliance and protect players. Furthermore, the Commission has engaged the Ghana Revenue Authority, and operators to roll out the Gaming Administrative Monitoring System (GAMS), laying the foundation for real-time revenue monitoring, as well as improving transparency and regulatory oversight. Additionally, the Commission has initiated a plan for a rehabilitation center in the Asante region to support.
Also, former local government chieftaincy and religious affairs, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, and Asabre Washama, board minu, omo aso afnemu eswaina eno. a governing council of the Institute of Local Government Studies. Yechanitia ekana ILGS, any governing board of land use and spatial planning authority LUSPA. Na ministry no mo conference room eno mo ewon kan ha sei na dwumadie no ekoso na mpanyimfo a yebeka na se chairperson no mo deda board ya no Dr. William Kofi Ahaji ono ye chairperson ema ILGS council saso na Ora Jonathan Azazo enso chairperson ma LUSPAG governing board neno eno so afoi editor jase Ebano, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ni swadi hunu say, war resetting Ghana, resetting Ghana agenda no. And paying for Jumo Mudi nyina, as I say, a set, resetting, no said the beya, Jumedi si woman sono, ebitimi payo.
This is very, very important.
Land Use and Spatial Planning Board, and Institute of Local Government Studies, Omo Governing Council. And they say, Usha, two boards we are very crucial because Institute of Local Governance Studies, no, and only councillor, a training, a ban opinion for IO MMDCs, no, MI capacity building, government agencies. It is said the old local governance, civil service, or more civil service training school. In the so school ni and so local governance studies, no. But Ushen the professor and the chairman of council say person turning into a university. It is all person we local governance studies. Now we obi in for power local governance more. A whole and now the kwako in the MMDCs, MPs, members of local governance committee, DCs, regional coordinating council, technocrat na ukowa ubotunya kwa capacity building. Assembly members say to abayi umukwa no na umutreni umu. Now, second board no say LUSPA, Land Use and Spatial Planning Board. And also Usha say ye chichiri crew, ye planning crew, ye and this all we no muka professors no na we no muka planners. Planners no mo planning look human settlements. Ha nipa tibetran ha nipa ntmentran ha be factory, higher industrial area, higher industrial park. Ha is not good for factory. It's their job. Into Usha and board no so Land Use and Spatial Planning Board no so they are settled.
Minister, one of the key strategic objectives, as you said, is to secure the presidential charter that will help us transition into a fully fledged university. And I am informed that a bill was submitted to Parliament, but the last Parliament, but because of the transition into a new Parliament, we will have to restart the process. And on this, I'd like to appeal to you, Honourable Minister, to help us to secure that charter in the shortest possible time.
Honourable Minister, let us seize this opportunity to make land use planning a driving force for resilience, equity, and prosperity in Ghana. It's our pleasure, Honourable Minister, that the board, the LUSPA board, will highly support the implementation of their functions and ensure development for our country. On behalf of the LUSPA board and on my own behalf, Honourable Minister, we want to thank you very much for the opportunity given to us and want to assure you that we will not disappoint you.
Ya toka siana soa Clark or Emrashebedjum Ora Ebenezer Jetro. Eno odi atudwa se bano kebima men kebi amamuo ewonsem o man Ghana mu a omanfo no edia nti ehu behia pa se ensem ekoso ewo amamuo ho ese omanfo no ete na afi so no wo mo so adwenkyere a wo betimi di aboa ama kebima men kebi so etimi akọ enimo no so no wo mo edi aka ho wo di nsem ye tudwa wa bra no watu enefo mienu esi wo no mo ye nhyiamudie a wo friend capacity building workshop aye emrashebedwam eneye wo ye de ma ensem trofo a wo mo ewo emrashebedwam na opanyini kasa no wo chem se sansensem trofo sabe kase ye ne eye fourth estate of the realm entino already true kase ehun behia pa se ensem a yede ebeto dwa no ese ye no kwampa so afen so no ehun abehia sese yede ensem na etudwa se de esitie no na yemfa nto se de be ya pepepeyo ene se yede ensem etoto ho a ebe ye pepepe nso so ebetimi adedi na afen so ebra yede beka asem no nso no ehun ebehia pa no se eba se bedwem de omo wo ho no se ensem bia eba na ensem trofo omo behia na se nkyerɛkyerɛ a yede be ma omo amumudwumedie ebekɔ enimu bi omo ho se wo mo edebema
avoiding impartiality and ensuring objectivity, transparency, comprehensiveness and fairness in reporting, respect for confidentiality, demonstrable understanding of procedural content. Emphasis mine. The essence of this is to let the public appreciate the essence of the process, the essence of what you report, what Parliament does. Accountability and ethical standards must be upheld. Upholding the integrity of the institution, timeliness and relevance, promoting civic engagement. And this here, your communication is to the owners of our democracy, to whom you owe a duty for which reason the Constitution guaranteed your freedom and your independence in the discharge of your responsibility.
See that every day when we have occasions like SONA, budget presentation and other special occasions, that's where you see the Parliamentary Press Corps coming through with their expertise, and it's important that the Clerk to Parliament is made aware of this. When you look at Hansard, committee reports and research outputs are essential tools for transparency and public engagement. And it's not for nothing that we now have a whole department that is partnering the media relations to engage the public effectively. And this can only be done, Mr. Clerk, with the help or through the activities of the Parliamentary Press Corps.
As members of the Parliamentary Press Corps, it is our responsibility to ensure that our work enhances the democratic process and foster public trust and integrity. This workshop promises to be a game changer by upscaling our knowledge and deepening our understanding of parliamentary democracy. We will be better equipped to translate the intricacies of parliamentary proceedings into meaningful narratives that ordinary Ghanaians can understand.
Emrashabedwani owo Akuapem North Honorable Samuel Awuku na wode atudwa se oman bia ka bi ma menka bi amamu obekọ enimu a ejina abato enya abato nkwa afi nsoso no ene omanfo ene na eba na ene no asem a wo se nsemkyerofo ene gina ho no masa ene no a mo bebodewro ama omanfo nyina anase wo beka manfo de kye wo makomamu ene wo madwene mu ama amanyofo so etimi ate wodi nsem ye tojo abra wo gina dom kuma omo mrahebadwefo nyina enemu ewo capacity building workshop here mrahebadwem omo de ma mrahebadwem semtrofo omo mrahebadwem Parliamentary Press Corps for na ho no de afutuo ekode ma ensemtrofo nyina ase yema yani enna honom na yenhwe eniema na se omamu eba na manyo sem a niema yekoso ewo mamu emu enkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm a yɛde betudwa no yɛma no nyɛ saa pɛpɛpɛ sɛ de betimi apagya ka bi ma meka bi amamuo mu ama na kɔ enimu.
But many a times statements that are made on the floor of Parliament are not amplified by the media. And so in the eyes of the public, we only go to sit there and we don't do anything, but the MPs are giving everything. And whatever the MPs are also giving, even statutory allocations. I like the way now the media, our respected clerk to Parliament, the way the media now, they use infographics. I give you one typical report. MPs to be giving 200,000 CDs to supervise 250,000 CDs job for Get Fund. And you'll be there and your constituents are saying, Honorable, can you confirm? And on the platforms of both the majority and minority, sometimes we ask ourselves whether our press corps, they are part of our constituents or they are with us. Between the reality and perception must be bridged so that the public can get a very fair and accurate balance of the work of members of parliament. The role of the media in shaping this public trust. As the watchdog, you have to hold parliament accountable. I strongly believe that as the fourth estate of the realm, accountability is key, and parliament must also be accountable to the people. And we become accountable to the people through the medium that we communicate with. And that is also one of the channels is the media. Apart from us doing direct engagement with our constituents, we rely also heavily on what our media also able to scrutinize our work. And also, we need to humanize the work of the MPs. I'm saying this because in our various constituencies, the MPs from both sides, we keep engaging our people, sometimes on the humanitarian side, sometimes on the work side. And there are things that the MPs sometimes go out of their way to also do for their constituents. It is our considered opinion that you also help us in telling the story of an MP and the constituencies, and the constituents, you also humanize the work that we do.
Yagusua ejina Kuyapem North Emrashebedwani na Kachibium Honorable Samuel Awuku ena wodi ahudwiri nsem atuja ne nyina anano 19 polling stations EC ekase womo enkoto abani biom ewo Ablekuma North na Honorable Hawa Kumsen ene Osonama Yokuo emani bibura yeboro womo ewo honom no ene wo chire mu se Honorable Hawa Kumsen yede ne kohye Mission House said be ya bambo ebe koso di amano na wo chire mu no eno se eyesa tutrafo omo bopini honoma na omo buru omo di mame echia eko Mission House wa no mo se kope na jam ne biu na Reverend Minister wo honom de mame ko share ne dem eno enetimi eboa ya ankofo yi ensa entimi anka na mo mansa amboro no.
It was when she was on the ground, they were kicking her. Watch the video. And sent a police for me because, and at that time, these boys had pounced on her. So, guy told me when I corner so Howard's only defense was the spraying of the pepper spray.
She sprayed it before the guy.
And I'm saying when they were coming towards her, and if I never free banners, what the video? Mommy now first, let me search in the pocket, and the boys were coming to her. The police too were helpless. Some of the police people were even running away.
Also, over 60 policemen at the police.
Over 60. You can ask.
Now, police for not Ubi and quitted you.
I don't know. Chairman,
the police were not armed.
Aban way. And for Bukunya Juma, police meaning Pokra, no crana, Ujina, no Pokra, no Cocotia in this year. Why you be transfer?
But Maminka Bibisami, Adiana Wokano, money and this for Namujina Hono.
Yes.
Not in Tawanta will be any.
Me one day event, I say, crime friend Mustafa Band say, Mustafa, you and I just left the premises. But how come my boys have attacked Young Crawford?
Why then we say my boys?
Oh, they are non-NDC boys. They haven't denied that. I beg you. Please, let's not confuse the matter.
Where sure?
Oh, no. They haven't denied that these are their boys. But how can the MPP people attack their people? How? Are these madmen? The MPP people, they go to attack the MPP people. And you can see clearly from the videos, in fact, the woman had to be whisked away at the Mission House. They followed these NDC hooligans, followed her to the Mission House. It took the man of God, Sofono, to lock Hawa in a bedroom. I'm telling you, I'm giving you detailed and serious revelation of what happened. Hawa had to be kept in the man of God's bedroom. And suddenly he released an armored vehicle to come and take Hawam through the back gate.
And at that time, police vehicle.
Police armored vehicle.
Okay.
They didn't call a nearby police station.
Yet work as a communications team member, Emma National Democratic Congress, ANDC, delayed them. And work as a wono. Ene anase se ono pa na woni wutu se enkane ma shebedwanima wutu senya east empesua so a Honorable Mavis Hawakum Sena. Anka nya de senko obekọ saa bia e Ablikuma North e ho no mpese so wo krampo obekọ akogina ho nko obepe baabi kura ate anase wogina nko tutu ne nan enkodu wodi nsemi etudwa e wo Peace FM kokroko morning shabra e ye chairman general Kwame Sefakan etina adwam ena Dela H second so say obi bia wo pe atentene ne bia no nua no se wo ba ayama wo nsem enye fitaa na fa be kire se nsem nie nkeka wo bia ni mensa ho entimen so mepe atentene ne na MPP for misa wo say ana ano no e de ni siye
ma me no an conducting hu yi emrante no ma attack ni so anye ni yi me say me yes ade ba me fi say how come sin no and frefre di siye no e ma no Honorable Minister of State, former Minister of State. Oh, you're on track record to your bodyguards are killing Tuareg. Botu. Mami where mami I wanted to call now call yours again. Yes, I can register it to the spelling her name. A dean what you you're wrong. How I come see me chin to police for you didn't know it was wrong spelling. Yet chin to it's your one say only media why Ghana has a politics in
Geni Soko.
Yes, me come ko. Me come ko kra. Che. Same bubo di o si enchichi ni pe. Men wo mo ye ade no wa aya waso no ye de o mo ko dan mu na etwa ntare de hye o mo. Enti wo mo nyina mo ni ye de o mo pictures nyina ba abontene. Double no mo nyina ye de o mo nyina pictures ba abontene. Nanso yentunya anchi obia the ya reho ni say Emil Short Commission report Emil Short the Nana Akufo-Addo say omanpanyin set committee say your investigation we identify people and mention named and said the state sponsored the people and that some people should be punished. Same, he who calls for equity must come with clean hands. Unim say the ma ban ye wa ya was no time. Montumi anchi nipa ba kumpanto Emil Short committee no amwakasa mo set and poma fa nya adwuma. Today the MPP is playing the victim. Hey, MPP is playing victim as if say woman ye bida and na kro the john and na ye say and no the picture bi aba akofa nkrofo picture we komo nya ka mo de medi behim. Sa picture wo hi. Say me ko ho bi anka mo de medi behim ntra man ko. Nka mo de medi behim say they let them. Sir, Eddie Amodi Abeya say, perpetrators of the violence. Attack we call her come to be part of the
Emrasopejeni a wo suhum empesio say Honorable Frank Esiedu Bekwin and our dear to just one of the osusu say one more call a Ablikuma North Reverend election a course so no or mode basabasa a call honomono was say osusu say one and your money kind and no modi esa womo ye nkrofobia o mafa enubone paama na boroso e no mutimi ye say onipa bie ne won ma nani kan wo betimi aye ne yonko nipa sa enkanka onipa ne san ye oba se wo betimi aboro ne sa enu nti wo se we say ye niam ato so a ekoso e wo yamamuo ensemu opanyini ekni UTV news e kasa ni wo chimo so wono de onyi bi mfirimu de ohunu no se nkrofo yi eye nubone pa e no mafa nti omo eye so san so e de ne satete so se e ba no eye kabima menkabi ene amanyo sema bakwasemu a de asi no eye awerho sem papa na ye ne wama pa se o mampanyini emma meka senti a saa eniema boni ye koso ewo Ablikuma North yi no wo kasa ewo say oh my Ghana yaseda ye de koye Thanksgiving service no any prayer Thanksgiving no oso mabani de to just ye nyina ye Ghana fo etimum ye nkamom na say we yesi no ameka saa de no hu ne say e nya twem omompanyini e dada ye pa wo sansem na odi to dwa ewo Thanksgiving na sem
unfortunate to say election no see ababedu festive cups adan nipa bro na wo obi abesia onwe piano former MPO former minister onwe piano say enye enubone na sangrofo na no ma I don't think say gomani kan pan committee me ayesa obi anyone and that's why I've been preaching against drug and substance abuse one way is ano so omani da hopa kan menye sure so obia nani dawo adwene no mu dawo obepia obia awona hwe form as I atwash so atiati so a sad day in the annals of political party participation in our country, and I think that President Mahama should condemn it. So far, he is not condemned that. Oh, sorry, now our organizer as of say which God will listen to you? Which God? After inflicting pain, torture on a woman, you go and organize some pastors. All those pastors, all those as of now, President Mahama or on Empire, no. What have they said? Have they commented on it? No, because we live in the hypocritical world, a deception, and those pastors now, we are taking a note that you move with a president who unleash violence on women, and you will not talk. Now, you're trying 2026 whether they will organize prayer section. So we wait for them. Look, today so much some publication way by Monty as on condemn and a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, to so a president Emma National Concerned Small Scale Miners Association Ram Michael Kwajo Pipra na sisia ye kase nyanente yese anti-illegal mining tax force of ache no but de nam so ma ye che ne de enya emeto jo panyini kura etimi edekoto ne Facebook wo so a wo chire mu se ya che no nano na nam so ema ne ewie premo kase so ye ne opanyini eba betwetwe nkoma bisa no se edie ba de na nam so entia ema tax force of we ache no ora people what me come mo ha eba UTV premo kase so
mini aba me joso
na wo te say awie
adomni ake
okay sesi ya kase wo fie watimi afrie ya posifo akache ana
Thursday na issue ni si
okay
and Thursday na issue ni si na ijame
okay
yeah and charge me but ya mama ncho statement because issue ni si no na me innocent.
Okay, obi ebisa se na wo ye innocent e de krampo ni etimi so openchi e du ko pie mu e wa posifo akache e de ba de potin ni si ye
I think I may small national content small scale miners president. If that deals with small scale miners, yeah, no. Me were interested.
Okay.
I told me, you know, me me kuta gold buying license from the gold board.
Okay.
Anything concerning gold beyond, no, me were interested.
Maybe gold board for one more license you issue no na no ye wo okay.
And Thursday, no, me were buy a view of more Kenya.
Okay.
So I went there to have a meeting with them. And me first so called Tepa. The call could be a friend of so.
Okay.
Many small scale buyers in even so aid income. Now me all want me say and people be bringing Johnny ever grown. And maybe some say what is the problem? And I'm saying probably she has some idea put a class be. You maybe I know more year before crowd my breaking up. For now started to show more.
Oh.
Now prior to that, you know, you call out the Natural Resource Ministry. It could be some say. Operations will be none air cost. Now operations na air cost no. You need wine also more operations no. And I'm here say BB any nice operation. I will say you bisa Land and Natural Resource Ministry. Ebetimi akobi so mo so say asoma mo say yen soma o nti eno no na me hu say why say bia obi ye nedwuma say oye illegal so onye illegal say be e be kwa hwehwe mo nyoma nti me fra bia na nya o whatever ebo na mane say this is what I have heard nti ono so mra na yen ko hwe what was happening over there. Luckily me for our community mining na abandoned that no o twemu no elate nti iko no no mo asishin profo motos abobo ya pragia almost one of no no mo ise police atade but
okay
the food is no kuta tu. And I may introduce me one to so a friend paper. When I may the National Content Small Scale Miners President. Now, what is all your operation? Be no moving. My career, I almost will arrest him. Hey, the uncle for a woman. Enti ante na bie na ni so bedru ho na obi so mo say na operation be no mo ya tipa bie ni ho munti obi a nkofo japade na mushi ni e na ono so se bi omutu ni che se bi asotro ni eyi bi ono so GB na officer enti emu ko e na omo se omi di omudu mi ko police station e na
me ba o e na bie na ni no so omo ye ne den
omo bo no pa
enti ono so omo de ne ka wo ko police station ni bia na
enti when that issue happened, you know, and I mean the Omudi Mitanakani, Babie and India no mobono. And I with the police car back 2 years or they may call and carry a police station. I have introduced myself, say, me the national president for the concerned small scale energy. And I back school try me pick. Now they are prepared in Ukraine as any pray. I will do a picture, police in the back with a picture here. Make sure any phones who are joy news for now publish say, Yachime. Why are me intervening? Meanwhile, before a munji obiao. At the police station, now Monsieur Fika Muna police for the mail call police station. Na police ni back way video. O video ya. Police for CBS or Michelle. That Erastus as I don't call. Report saying I was obstructing police more than in task force. Yes. And for that matter, meanwhile, no, or that
reports and
another report. Only of you.
And come about the business and a time or more ban or not Erastus, no, or Kawana.
Just because of personal glory, send go to ye, you report on Galantino. No, I report your seminal in the different manner, just to tarnish me image. And see, your honor, and after the course started there, but now what will be a intervention? The intervention, you know, doesn't warrant the crime, and nothing the Hebony and almost a baby. And temprana, Muja, I no Pama, say, oh, sorry. But before no, man circulate the videos for it. If you saw me at the theater, okay, the letter, no, I think so, no, so I and a report on the fire or modern the FR. This is not the only issue, also. Maybe it is a man, so maybe it is a doom power, and I know, Cassie. Bomb. Obia parking the excavator, the excavator, Osipio, on you may be. People are so fast. I'm running now around the police bonus say they will never allow them for them to pick it. But one thing I just want to reiterate is say NDC is not against small scale mining.
Okay.
There should be they don't know what has transpired before. No, the image of a
and no paper me bisa say it's warm free hang. Abraham kopie mu ewa posifo meba Abraham kopie mu ewa posifo akache no wo mo describe wo mo ho se o mo free hefa
maybe some more they told me they cannot disclose where they are from. It's later and who say ni police car mu for different side aba omo no be che me dem ko it maybe some no mo say omo ye task force IGP na integrity omo. So, the only person they report to is IGP. But I know that IGP is a professional police person. And he will not support your Omoye. And look.
And it doesn't mean, sir, you are signing Omo by IGP. But Omo see Omo Jumana Omo Dinasi na.
Exactly so.
Sir, Omo eba beto anase be a machine sa egu on no say Omo eye day so Omo ye day. Omo inquire then no mo cheja to musa na wuchire mu sesi.
That the day. So pictures and go to the channel. Sabi abubu ya ba nkrata no. It fits a whole family. It's all going to be abubu ya in a special price galamsi. Then if anu kran oni side no wa famuto no wa na. That we ba okay. That particular place. A community mining na sabi up in for the cooperative. The get of the even obey your galamsi impono oni nkrata logically ocean adwuma na oye na ocean ebetumi aboa woman nkrata na waye because that enclave nipa awo adwuma opo over 10,000 you say which an aso jojo the atotima no ne hu kwa ye de be the manifesto of NDC Sabi a mass small scale miners for heading. A 12 endings, which I was part of the mining committee tasked by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, now
now you say at least we find an antidote to it. That is not how we should go about it.
Okay.
For what extent? Say no. And only say a DNA be person if you want.
Okay, Papa Mimbisa say Abra womo eba osua womo de ye chewo de wakono. Wotumi eda wo ho adi kire wo say wona wo ye president ma concerned small scale mining association. Wotumi ka kire wo.
I told them when I went there me kwana me ko mu season me cry na me ID card them as the president which they saw it.
Okay, so the SCCA no hu ne say jumayefo eba no wo a wo ewo to me krata wo betimi etu ofo magudie wo ne keto mo eba sa small scale for no wo life eguje mu ana na so mo juma no is at risk ana.
Look, you the go board aba as a buying say omo nkuto omo krata o metimi etu fo magudie abai beto omo gold na foreigners wa beto na si di akodan tabe ye galamse ade ayen as an association. Same for saying unions as we will not support it. But what we will support in say nipa kutan in lines is all year. So obedient mabation is no better than it. This is something as an association we are against it. Because look, emebunu bebre na ejuma bi eniho. Bebre na to me activity and employment of my farm for o ma toto equipment say bi obi o one excavator. So shina you we are seeing na
wa shina.
So be mining in this country. There was small scale and there was large scale. I mean, I'm running man of fight. The so people turn in Kata, not so in the Juma. You cannot say because you say what you will be owning in Kata and you know, Sandy Pano, Oko Fanny Bibi and so pushing Bibi. Even your president, I say, association should stop. But now what is happening is a seizure, which we think is illegal. In a sense, Nipano, one continue acting. Be for one reason or the other. Or say you grow you be parking the excavator. Excavator and the car in the face. I want to nipana. No excavator anymore.
Then it means as we are giving license to even the illegal miners and also for them to, mine.
No, I believe this problem of Galamsey can be solved by creating a solution for the problem. Being Krata, open Krata ejuma. Woman in Krata won't obey an aspect of the
now, man, Krata and who are two on Zoom.
Maybe they talk to me, say, you want the monitoring in a problem. If you for right, you will dissect for your risk for can't we form a team to be monitoring the activities?
Okay, said they will do the right thing, and yes, sir.
That is it. It's
okay.
Fighting the same problem, no, and you look. First time in memorial, the military, police, your fighters are inclusive. Have you asked yourself, I buy no chain or the 200 million, a photo of drones, in a sense, a problem, nothing. Using the brute force, say, matter issue. You cannot sustain it when it's getting to election. So the best thing I can say, the end and film. Now I empower the panel. I want the Sabe baby na sabe okoye no. Sabe ye won ko to me ya recalcitrant wom. Omo na ye dem ran be dey. E be di omo. Abaya lanchi cooperative mining. E no say okay, mu nyina mo beje mo nkrata. Na mu nye adwuma na emu wa onye de ye say ye no. Wo no ene no be dey lia. I think say the operation will be clear cut.
Okay.
Nti nipa na oye na adwuma na onim so ono no wa fun mra no. Security for no friend duro be jay na adwuma ye. And as any baby had done him, one other movie.
Okay.
The man for phone crack, I am monitor. A human said, because look, we cannot sleep on gold. Not at the end,
Mate.
Not be funny good.
Okay, yes, Mammy, for we see her say, na, and probably Samba Wakachi, but the Omoya will not take any legal action be against Womomo Osana.
I think there's a meeting between the association and the IGP.
Okay.
He is not aware. And IGP is a professional policeman. No, almost says annually among Concoye. Maybe they.
Okay, he made that say for unfortunately, Michael.
Put forth to him.
Okay. Oh, obusuafo ya homa na HTCC Michael Fachame. President Emma Concerned Small Scale Miners Association Michael Kojo Pepra ena ye nene etwetwe nkomo no. Na ye to akase no so manfo mo awrano community wo Techima North empesua so na sabre wo mu esu se enso yantam bi je mu e wo donhwere miensam na to wieye no akofo how bebre di abre wo mu omakwan nyina enso no eyira fa so ama mu nya kwan kompo nko mu nyuma so godi o mu djuma esukufo nkola nso so kompo enya kwan ti o mu sra ban se o mremu na o mebo o mu.
Looking at the situation this morning, it is quite very difficult for me to go to the school and teach. Meanwhile, my director has been calling me for minutes to come because some of the children are around. But as we can see, the road is very, very bad. So we are urging the ministers, the president, and anyone who can help to help us with the road because it's not good at all. This is not just a normal video. It's very, very bad. Very, very bad. We have kids going up and down the road because of school matters. And looking at the road is very bad.
So we are my school and so I bread pa my
near quite dear. A say a check. Me probably miss when you are seeing an idea. I said, and so on, it's an uncle into winter. It's in one essay. The agent are born at your boy. And some kind of party in your come here who be my uncle, papa. I don't want any now. Go pay now, how many upon me to here, and so high come on. This
has been a problem for some years now. We have appealed to various governments, but it's like all of our efforts have been in vain. Governments have always promised us that there will be a bridge construction here, but for some time now, we've not seen anything yet, and this has been the problem for several years. It's our hope that this administration will do something about this road. This is a rainy season. If they could look at this video and then treat this as an emergency, because we can see students being stranded here.
They be a reporter, so you Techima North, this will to see a break, Kaka school forum. And this is a motor clean being a bit of Obama. White my Caracol school, the best ramping for a Monkaya, so I saw a Kagana no.
Area de shema ye gina ANC misoni ahome premo kase so ye koba menwa be mani mado de agudi ensem so ebeto so nko bebia ye beba sese.